2, we're live.
Hall- Hallelujah! All my New South Empire and wonderful and fantastic fun family of winners. It's your winner, Fix You Sergio Fevers Huff. That's right. We're on the Winners Podcast, and I only have winners on my podcast. Straight like that. Tonight we got the Duffys, Letitia and Jeremiah. They're coming back. Shots out to my engineer, Sawyer Aiken. We got Mr. Samuel Blue, and we got some very controversial but factual and informative topics we're going to be discussing. What are we going to be discussing today? Well, we're going to be discussing three major topics. I'm not going to expose them right now. I want y'all to stay on so y'all can hear them. Seems like we lost the Duffys for a minute. Our first topic is going to be, we're going to talk about, wow, hold on. This phone is really jacking me up right now. This one over here. Let's go over here. Did we lose the Duffys, y'all? I think
No.
They're
still here, man.
We lost the camera.
No, they're still in.
Now we lost my camera, but it's come back. My engineer. We're playing. What we
Hold on,
playing over here now? Okay.
Fitz.
All right,
Everything looks good.
We good now. We're going to talk about what's the issue with these Epstein files. We're going to talk about these stimulus rumors, whether they're factual or fictional. We're also going to be talking about Trump's approval ratings thus far. Let's kick it off with the Epstein files. Now, my personal opinion about the Epstein files, once again, I think it's trumped up. Because 1 minute they say they do exist. Then another minute they say they don't exist. Then I'm feeling like they are hiding or protecting certain very influential people, if they do exist. And then, if I recall correctly, I remember my always winning ass winner, Donald J. Trump, stating that he was gonna, when he said he was gonna release the JFK files, the MLK files, and also the Epstein files, what's taking so long on all three of them? I'm going to start it off because it seems like we've lost the Duffys momentarily. I know they'll be back. On my end, we lost it. But we're going to start off with Samuel. What's up with these Epstein files, Samuel?
I think it's a case of kind of like when Joe Biden kept saying he wasn't going to pardon his son. He was going to honor the justice system. And then at the end of the day, he pardoned his son. I'm not mad at him for doing that. To me, any father would do that. But he shouldn't have kept saying that. And I think when Trump was on the campaign, the reporters kept asking him, are you going to release all these files? And you know, he was like, yeah, we're going to release everything that we can. The Department of Justice said the same exact thing. So when they came back and said, well, there's not an actual client list, first thing I'm thinking is, well, why is his wife in prison? You know, and she offered to get a shorter, I think she got 30 years, but to get a shorter sentence, she actually asked, hey, if you short my sentence, I'll tell you the people that I flew to this island. And they said, no, thank you. So I think it's one of those things that there may not have been a list, but there was a manifest, which is FAA regulation, because that's actually how they convicted her with the flight manifest. Because the flight manifest will say, okay, these flights went to this address. These flights went to Florida. These flights went to California. So I'm like, why is she still in prison? But she just announced, I guess, through her attorney, maybe yesterday, day before, that she will talk in front of Congress, to let them know, and she says she'll drop names. So, but outside of that, I just think like you have a lot of people that are demanding it to be released, and I'm sitting here like, to me, if there was something to be released, especially if it had Trump's name on it, with all the leaks of the last 4 or 5 years, don't you think that would have got leaked?
Oh yeah.
So I
That's
just
why I
think
think
it's
suspicious.
I think people on both sides, there are some people that could be really damaging to groups that are on it. But I just think at the end of the day, he's getting done all the, basically the policy stuff that he said he was going to do.
That's why I think I think it's very suspect. Uh, I mean, what are exact Duffy's? What
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
is on there? Letitia, what exactly is on there that everybody wants to see, and the people that supposedly is on there don't want us to see? What is supposedly on there?
I mean, if you had sex with minors and things of such, you wouldn't want anybody to know either, especially if your name was a prominent one in the world. We're not talking about a mere celebrity here and there. We're talking about politicians that's on that list. And some of them could very well be under Trump administration, which he may be trying to save, which is not right. But
There's some celebrities too, right?
oh yeah, most definitely. But it's much bigger than just your normal celebrities. It's a lot of politicians and big names and people who own corporations and banks and things that they don't want the smoke, as the kids would say.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I mean, like they always grandiose Trump, excuse my pun, but Trump up shit. Like they said about everybody that was got the fallout from behind Diddy. They saying the fallout the same thing with the Epstein. What would you say, Jeremiah?
yeah, I think I agree too with Sam. Like, I think that the media kind of gave the name, the Epstein files. It became, the gimmick of the actual what was really going on. And so I don't think that they technically have like a formal list, or file, but like you were saying, like a manifest, knowing where the fights were going. They were pretty much having an investigation. So they have, different types of.
They may have records.
Yeah, records.
But it's not technically a list.
Yeah, and that those records aren't necessarily indicating any illegal activity. You see what I'm saying? Because, Epstein was, a billionaire, but a regular human being, you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's nothing illegal about flying out. Now, his allegations are his allegations, but again, if everybody was going down because they were associated with these parties or these outings, then everybody would have been going down with Diddy too. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the same process. So I think that it's more just a name given to kind of hype it up, but really it's just, an association of people with a bad person.
Okay, now Trump campaigned on this about exposing all of this stuff. He's done everything practically that he said he was going to do and more. Now, what do y'all think is the holdup with the release of the Epstein file, the MLK file, and the JFK file? Mr. Blue, what do you think the holdup is?
Well, the difference is the JFK file was basically a cold case, or, we're talking about 50, 60 years ago. MLK files, we're talking about 70 years ago. The Epstein, a lot of people don't understand that there are a lot of investigations that's most likely still going on. So if they release all of these documents, that literally throws all those cases away, because they're going to be, the prosecution will be charged with contaminating the jury. Though, nobody would be able to stand on the jury and not be biased towards one side or the other. So I think because it's so fresh and a lot of that stuff came out, but some people have already admitted, like I think Bill Gates, his wife, she came out and said the reason why she left him was because he couldn't stop going to that island. Like she literally said that. And you think about how powerful Bill Gates is. Yeah, he's no longer the richest man in the world, but his organizations, his vaccines, all these things that he has a lot of influence worldwide. And I think that's what, the Duffys was sounding on, is that nobody wants a lot of this stuff because everybody has their hands in all these different pockets. And you're going to be like Nino Brown. Somebody is going to give up, and they know that.
Yeah.
You know what? I do want to say this. We see you viewers liking the show, giving a thumbs up, commenting, and subscribing. We would like for you to come in and interject and communicate with us. I mean, chat with us. Ain't nobody gonna bite you. I got these fangs in, but ain't nobody gonna bite you, especially through the TV. All right. Yeah, y'all come on in. We see you. Don't think we don't see you now. All right. I also want to say that I don't care about what you just said, Samuel. I love every fiber of your being. But that is not no excuse about no jury or your peers or nothing. I want to know. The world want to know who is implicated in them files. You know what I mean? MLK, JFK, we already know the answers to that. But I want to know who messing with them kids. We want to know who been messing with them kids. Freak the jury, none of that. The world want to know. So take the jury out of the picture. Why hasn't my always winning ass winner, Donald J. Trump, released and exposed them people? Other than that bullshit you just said a few minutes ago.
No, but he's right. It might be.
Right. I know he's right. I know they can't be prosecuted and all that, but they can be prosecuted in the eyes of the beholder.
I mean, Trump probably on that list too. I mean, honestly,
especially in his younger days.
Bingo, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear. Do y'all think
they run in a circle? Like it's the it group. It's just like with the Diddy situation. If you before all the cases and stuff came out, if you were a person that said that you went to a Diddy party or you mess around with some people that's in cahoots with Diddy, it's like, you in there. You know what I mean? Like you're
that's
in the
what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. I was
so it's the same with that. Yeah.
Well, let me go ahead. Go ahead.
But just to piggyback off Sam, I totally agree when he said, let's be honest. If Trump was on one file, one record, you think they're not going to find it and release it? Oh, please.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
He's not on it, but his main like ace day ones and the people who are helping keep this campaign running, those people are on it. And he can't.
You ain't lied about that. You haven't lied about that, sister, because I can tell you right now, if Trump was in the ocean and had blood bags tied to every one of his limbs and dived into a shark-infested ocean to save a black baby, all right? The Democratic, left, so-called woke folk would say that he deprived the shark of a snack. That's how bad they hate my always winning ass Donald J. Trump.
But in a word,
so it would, if he was on them tapes, it would have been known anyway. I really want to know why Trump why he's not exposing these pedophiles, man. I want a
Because they're
grown
his
ass woman.
friends.
But
Huh?
they did leak that he was on the manifest, him and his wife. And the manifest that they was on was when they flew on that jet from New York to Florida to Mar-a-Lago. Like, and they said it was twice. But then Trump's wife was with him. But I go back to how
Which wife? The first one?
Melania.
Okay.
So that's the thing is like when they show all these photos, of Trump next to Epstein. When you a billionaire, people are wanting
You
to
gonna
take
rub
photos
shoulders,
with
yeah.
you. People are wanting to, like all these famous folks. Like, imagine how many famous people out there just in the street, and all these people run up just to take a photo.
But realize this: it's no different than when they set people up in relationships in the industry to for good publicity or to it's the same type of thing.
Same
You're
thing,
in the
hell
same
yeah.
circle, you're gonna run into each other.
Hell yeah,
Why wouldn't you take a picture?
I got pictures and rubbed elbows with Tank, but I ain't gonna suck a dick twice. You know what I'm saying? And not be gay. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, you're right. You're right.
I just think it's a lot of powerful people. Like they release photos showing Bill Clinton getting his back rubbed by the young lady who just committed suicide. I think a month or two ago. And she was in that photo. She was 14, but I think it's just like the Duffys were saying, it's too many powerful people. I mean, you got the Prince of Wales or whoever, King Charles, his brother. You got him.
Yep.
They
Andrew
got with Obama flying to that, Bill Gates. You have all these powerful people, but one thing you can say about Trump is that he's never drank. He don't do drugs. He presses his kids not to drink, don't do drugs, don't get tattoos, none of those things. It's all about his image. And I think like when you have people that are successful and you want to be like them, you flock together because you guys can brainstorm, to come up with even more ideas and make more money. And I just think that he tends to gravitate away from negative people. Like Elon Musk was trying to get back with him, and Trump was like, no, you done said what you said. I'm good. I need to save the US or put my policies through. So, Elon Musk is the spoiled brat,
Yeah.
shouting out. And Trump just said, hey, it is what it is, but we got to get these bills passed. So I just think it's one of those things that if they came up with crimes in New York about his property in Florida not being valued at what the bank valued it at, and they convict him of that, you don't think something would have leaked with his name on it? Anything, because they did leak the manifest with his name on it. They just found out the manifest that his name, him and his wife's name was on, was from New York to Florida. It wasn't to the island. And
look, I want to tell my viewers this. Anything that you comment or say will be put on the screen, and we will address it. So feel free to do that. Now, I want to say the hatred for Trump is more hatred than the Gentiles had for Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ been coming since 33 AD and ain't got here yet. You know what I'm saying? Trump early and doing shit early, and they hate him more than they hate Jesus Christ. Where they do that at? Anyway, I think we covered that, and more will be revealed. Now, I forgot at earlier the segment to speak on our sponsors. We're gonna speak on Doja Vineyards. I always get this wrong, yo, because of the camera. Where am I at? That's right. There you go. I'm gonna put it in this hand. Maybe that'll help. That's my very own brand of Fitz Paradise Juice. Sawyer, what are you doing to me? That's right. Fitz Paradise Juice. fruit punch flavored moonshine from Doja Vineyard. Y'all go to www.dojavineyard.com and grab you a bottle of it. Not of it, but because it's gonna make you say for real though. It'll make your tongue slap your brains out. That's right, that's that Fitch Paradise juice. Fruit punch flavored moonshine. This is one of our sponsors. www.dojavineyard.com. We also got Lit Sticks as a sponsor. Y'all reach out to that Rashid Myers. I think I sent that to the scan code to Sawyer. If you got the scan code, then when you can get your Lit Sticks. They got THC, CBD, and even hemp. All right. Now back to the meat of the topic. Our next topic is, I see these stimulus rumors are floating around again. Oh, by the way, I'm drinking summer, but I had to add a little something to it. All right. Have y'all noticed the stimulus things coming back? Have y'all noticed that too? I remember now with these tariffs and all the retrieval of these billions of dollars, we're gonna dissect this, okay? We're gonna start out with Samuel. I don't know, he's so damn long-winded. Samuel, we're gonna start with you. These, I think, what is it up to now? How many billion now, Samuel?
Well, now it's a $27 billion surplus.
No, hold on. Last week it was 89 billion. So what are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about the
it was
surplus.
89 billion retrieval.
Oh no, they passed 100 billion already.
Okay. Where does that 100 billion go? Because I know they just took another 10 billion from public broadcasting in Alaska and certain from the indigenous. And our friend Michael Lee Bowie was raising hell about how can you take billions of dollars from broadcasting of indigenous people who have been wrong. I simply told him because they're gonna use it where the indigenous can really benefit from it. Okay, how is that money that he's retrieving ever gonna come back to the taxpayer that paid it?
No, I think what they in that $9.4 billion recession bill that was just passed, that's removing all the funding for NPR, PBS. It's removing, also it's stabilizing crypto. What they was trying to do is make every U.S. citizen, especially government employees, start to get paid in a U.S. digital dollar. So basically, they could take your money. Like, so that got voted on and approved today.
Who could take your money?
The government. Anybody could freeze all your assets.
Yeah.
And then when you use that digital dollar to buy things, they can literally have a log of whatever you bought, firearms, cigarettes. Like, that's basically what people would be carrying around as a digital wallet. And that's what they're trying to go to. But it's supposed to be signed tomorrow into law that the U.S. won't be able to do that. Because a lot of people are trying to do that under the guise of, okay, we want to keep people from buying guns. We're going to keep people from, most people who get guns illegally, they get them on the street. They don't get them from the gun dealer.
Correct. But hold on. You're really evading my question. I simply asked you, how much of that $110 billion is going back to my mama and my aunties and my uncles and my tax-paying people?
Well, if it's up to the Democratic Party, none is going back. They want that money to go to illegal immigrants. They want to go to other countries to push the LGBTQIA agenda. They want that money to go away. They don't want that coming. So they've been fighting it. That's why they have all these lawsuits. Like Trump said, if everything went as planned, every U.S. citizen would get a dividend check. He didn't say stimulus check because stimulus come from taxes. Right. So it increases inflation and all of that. Right. He said that every citizen would get a U.S. dividend check.
Bingo.
So that's basically like profit sharing. You're getting 5,000, 8,000, however much they bring in trade. And for the first time since the trade has opened up, we're in a surplus. So that $150 billion deficit is now gone. There's no more trade deficit. When everybody was saying the tariffs, even though Obama wanted tariffs, Bill Clinton wanted tariffs, Nancy Pelosi wanted tariffs, all these people wanted tariffs. Now that Trump got it done, and now we're at a surplus. And then he hired Bob Luck, the senator, to lead the IRS. Well, guess what Bob Luck speaks on? Getting rid of the IRS, where nobody making under 200K should have to pay federal income tax.
External Revenue Service.
Well, I'm talking about nobody here working, and when they look at your stub, it's not going to have federal income tax on it anymore. I mean, who wouldn't want that? So with all the money coming in from the tariffs and stuff, that's what they're trying to, that's what Trump and his commerce secretary is basically saying, that if we collect the tariffs, reciprocal, just charge them what they charge, and look at what he just did to Vietnam as far as their tariffs. Vietnam was charging the U.S. 298%. Now it's zero. And now the U.S. markets, you're going to start seeing U.S. vehicles in Vietnam. Like there's a lot of these people that was charging the U.S. tariffs, but no U.S. products could be sold in that country. So now I think that's the reason why we have this truckload of money starting to roll in. And if people stop being ignorant and just listen to like the Commerce Secretary, the Secretary of the Treasury, they're given the whole game plan of getting rid of federal income tax and letting the tariffs, like it used to do prior to 1904, the tariffs paid for everything in the U.S. There was a surplus of U.S. money.
Man, this clown, what's this clown name, man? What's that clown name, man? That black dude, man. What's his name, man? Damn. Somebody say his name, man. I'm so
Cory Booker.
Right, huh?
Cory Booker.
Him and the other one too.
Al Green?
Man. Huh?
Al Green?
No, hell, Al Green, that motherfucker. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about that other dude, man. Hendrix, some shit, man.
Well, you said clown. That's why I came up.
All of them clowns. If they on the left, it's impossible for them to be right. Anyway, this mug's talking all this junk, man. Why is it okay for them to tariff us and we can't tariff them? What logic does that make? So, Letitia, do you think that the American taxpaying people are ever going to benefit from these tariffs monetarily?
It's possible. If the things that are being spoken of are able to actually come to fruition, then yes. But if they're going to keep stabbing and, trying to pull wool and doing the tricks of the circus as clowns do, then I'm not sure.
But never will it be that way if another Democrat get in position, which we ain't got to worry about for the next what? Okay, we got Vance and Gabbard for 8 more years. Then we got Gabbard and Rubio for 8 more years. So not another 16 years, So that's 16 years. I mean, the Democratic Party is dead. You know what I'm saying? Just like Southern Soul killed rap, hey, the Republican Party is killing the Democrat. Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
What do you think Trump really need to do to just shut these mother freakers up about all this bullshit. You got this dude over here in New York, the socialist, over here in New York, damn near a borderline communist over here in New York. Then, I mean, we have nobody to run against. When I say we, I'm talking about the people, okay? Because I don't give a fat baby's ass about none of them, really. All right, ain't none of them gonna dictate the quality of my life. But they got who they got. They got Jasmine Crockett. Yeah. They got who else they got? Who else they got? They got this dude. I don't even know how to say his damn name. The dude from New York. They have nobody to run on. What do you think the Democratic Party is dead and stinking?
I mean, I look at it like this. Well, I want to touch back on. Are we going to see some money from the tariffs?
Right.
But I get it. You know, honestly, I think that regardless where we going in the political future, you know, I think more or less what we need to be worrying about, and I think this is where Trump's head is at, is worrying about our economic future because they do go hand in hand. But at the same point in time, you know, it really it's a very thin line between the difference. But I would say this. You know, America is built off of credit, okay? And credit is debt, okay? So what people don't realize, the reason why they are, you know, and always have been fighting for this, you know, way of taxing, you know, it is because it's a credit. It's like if you don't have credit, you can't go to the bank and get a loan. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you got 14 accounts in credit, you know, half of them are paid, some of them maybe not really paid, you know, they're going to give you a loan because they see that you have credit. You know what I mean? So therefore, our society, you know, each one of us are born into this society with an identity that is, you know, built upon the worth of you in the workforce. You know what I mean? They have gambled on each individual to produce a labor amount that is going to increase their credit ability. You know what I mean? So everybody, we've always, for the past 60 years plus, been living off of credited money. You see what I'm saying? So where a person like Trump's mind is at is cash is king. You know what I mean? Like that's the real thing. You know, we can talk about what countries might owe us and being indebted to this and being indebted to that and relations between, you know, the countries and the different types of politics. But at the same point in time, you know, if I want to buy a home or I want to buy a car, okay, I can go call Johnny Two-Time and such, and he's going to get in touch with Sally, you know, whoever.
Right.
They're going to get back to me in a couple of weeks. But if I got cash, I can go get a car right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, let's not be worrying, you know, because when you talking about like what back in Obama, you know, era, we was like trillions of dollars in debt. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's an unfathomable number. Like, how do you get, you know, trillions of dollars in debt, but be considered the most powerful country in the world? If money is power in a certain sense, then how do you become the powerful country in the world by being trillions of dollars in debt? You don't.
For real. That's like,
you know,
that's like the crackhead telling the dope dealer he more powerful than the dope dealer.
Yeah. And then come around, you don't pay him back, and then you still calling the crack man like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need another dub. You see what I'm saying? I need another dub. And in the dealer's mind, he's feeling like this: as long as you owe me, I'll never go broke.
Right.
But when I need to go get a cheeseburger,
you might not get it.
I gotta call the crackhead, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you might go out there and get hit by a bus. You might go out there and get hit by a bus and never get your money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
say
can't
it like that.
well,
So by a raise of hand, how many of you winners feel like that this dude Powell got to go? He got to go, yo. He won't lower the interest rate. Look, all my credit cards, all right, every single one of them. I like spending other people's money. You know what I'm saying? I like spending other people's money. But you know, with a little interest rate, it's okay. You know, it's building my credit. My credit is going off the Richter right now. Okay, I'm getting credit increases on every one of my credits, okay, on every one of my credit cards. But this dude won't lower the interest rates. You know what I'm saying? How about show of hands? How many of you guys feel that Trump, the apprentice creator, should fire Powell?
I feel like he should fire a lot of people, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
Samuel, your hand ain't go up. You like Powell or something?
His term is up next year.
I don't give a fat baby's ass. His ass
No,
need to go now.
only
I'm like that commercial 1-800 cash now. I want my cash now. I got to
there's
get
only
my
one
cash now.
reason. There's only one reason why Trump wants him to drop the interest rate, and that's so when the U.S. debt is renewed, if he drops the interest rate to what other countries have theirs at, is going to remove $3.5 trillion in finance and interest from our debt. That's why he's on for Powell to like lower the interest rate, because all he wants it done is before the refinancing happens in a couple months. That's it. So I think, you know, he's going to be gone in 2026. So I don't think it even matters now.
That's too late. That's too late. He need to have a Chinese name right now. One go. One more gone. Correct. He need an Oriental name right now. One more gone. September 15th of the new fiscal year, his ass need to be grass, and I want to be the lawnmower. Trump need to be the lawnmower. Straight like that. Okay, let's move right along. I think we covered that. So once again, do you guys feel or see that we're going to retrieve any of that confiscation of the tariffs?
Nobody is going to receive a check. Like, a check's not going to come in the mail. What the tariffs, the goal of the tariffs is to remove federal income tax. So the people who are going to see the biggest advantage are the people who are working. They're going to see it. When you look at your check, you look at your gross amount. Then you look at FICA, Social Security, all this stuff taken out. How many times have we said to ourselves, man, this federal income tax is like, that's a raise in itself. So the people who are going to see the change are the people that's out here grinding, the people that actually is working, and they're going to see it through not paying no more federal income tax. And now the people that aren't working, what's going to happen with them now that it's signed into law?
Well, Sam, let me ask you this question. Where does that lead the business owner, the small business owner?
They're going to see the way Trump's policies are is the same way it was back in 2016 through 2020. His policies reward businesses.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, he's encouraging, just like a lot of the policies with the MAGA bank accounts and all that stuff, they're promoting family. They're promoting marriage. They're promoting having kids. So if you want to start your own business, now you're getting so many more tax breaks. Like, they just reincorporated where Biden had them reducing Section 179, where if you buy a vehicle with the gross vehicle weight rating over 6,000 pounds, like a G-Wagon or something, you could write it off at first 100%. Then the next year 75, then the next year 50. Guess what Trump just did? He reversed that. Now it's full effect Section 179, you can write off 100% of your vehicle the first year. So if you got the money, if you have a business, or even, well, you have to have a business for 179. But if you go out, spend $250,000 on a G-Wagon, and every month to Mercedes, you pay them $50,000 and you pay it off in that first year, guess what happens when you file your taxes? You get all of it back. So
That's
Trump is
right
bringing
there.
those
See that?
things to reward people.
What's that number again? What's that order number
Section
again?
179 is under agriculture, but it's basically
winners on the show.
600,000 gross vehicle weight rating. So when you see these F-250s, that's why you see all these Hollywood people driving G-Wagons now. They're using Section 179. They're getting a free vehicle. So that's the thing, is like, we just have to tell people, stop hating, learn the game, because it's free. It's for everybody. But I feel like the tariffs is going to reward businesses, whether you're a small business or a large business. It's going to reward, because now you got Rolls-Royce is already hiring engineers to work at the plant that they're building here in the U.S. Toyota is already, Nissan just shut down their Japanese plant because they're investing that here. So I just think, like, all the jobs, all the policies, all those things, I don't mind. Like that mayor of New York who's favored, he wants to get rid of all the bodegas in New York. He wants to have just state or government ran grocery store. Like, what is that? Like, you're putting all these people in the name of socialism. You're putting all these bodegas.
That's not socialism. That's communism. That's communism. That's that Stalin and Lenin bullshit.
But that's going to be the new Democratic Party. That's the thing. The Democratic Party of Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, they gone. Now, who's the forefront? AOC, all these jokers that are really extreme, Ilhan Omar, and they're getting more of this younger college educated, because that's when they're indoctrinating them when they get to college. And that's going to be the new Democratic Party.
They have to be extreme to be noticed, running versus the kinds. Trump can't run again, but running versus the kinds of Trump. But I want to say this: don't sleep on that young boy, Hogg, H-O-G-G. Don't sleep on him, because he is the new generation, and he's like, fuck all that extremists, freak all that other crap or whatever. They tired of this hope. They're tired of the Democratic hope dealer, Democratic Party, hope dealing, hope dreams to the hope addict. They want action. And that boy Hogg, y'all look him up, H-O-G. You know what I'm talking about, Sam. He gonna sneak up and he gonna creep up on them, and he gonna give them a new asshole, straight like that. Because what is this dude's name, man? I hate it. I mean, I don't hate nobody, but I really don't like this dude. Jeffries, what's his name? Jeffries? Hakeem Jeffries, that Negro. I mean, that ignoramus. Him, that one. Do he stand a chance
Of what?
of winning the Democratic to run for presidency?
He would not leave the power of Congress. People don't understand. There's a reason why Nancy Pelosi stayed in Congress for 50 years, Chuck Schumer for 54 years. You have power that you can manipulate credit card rates, judicial laws, rules, all these things. And when you invest in the stock, you invest in things that you actually can help put the rules in what Visa and MasterCard is able to do or not, they're not going to leave that power.
That dude held up the summit for 4 hours. Y'all seen that?
But it doesn't matter. Like what did it do other than symbolic?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't like that dude. I don't like AOC. I don't like none of them. I don't like none of them. I really don't
You know
like
why
them.
you can't trust Hakeem Jeffries? Because every time he talks with his hands, and he won't say anything else unless he does something with his hands. Like
Yeah,
you
he
can't
need
trust
he,
people
he need
who
he
talk
need
with
he
their
needs
hands.
some of this lipsticks for real. Hell, shit like that. He needs some of this. All right, let's
Watch a
move right
video of
along.
him talking.
It's T minus 15 minutes. Okay, guys. Trump's approval rating as of now, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 69% on the Republicans, or some of the Republicans are switching, jumping ship. Well, not jumping ship, but leaning towards certain things that we didn't think they would. Uh, and of course, the Democratic Party is on the other spectrum, 96 plus, so uh, in all actuality, do you guys think Trump is the? I wish Lyric was here. Too bad she was still in flight. Uh, do you guys really? What do y'all guys think of? What do y'all guys think DJT's true approval rating is? Even the ones that hate him, they feel it in their pocket. They feel the advancement in their pocket, but they gotta hate him because of their followers. Just like people like what I do and like everything, a lot of things about me, but they can't press the like button because they have talked so much shit about me. You see what I'm saying? That they can't let their friends know that they like me. You know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think Trump true approval rating is as far as what he has done in only 6 months? Hello?
Yo,
I
Yeah.
think it's higher than that.
Huh?
I think it's definitely higher than that,
I do
especially for
too.
people
I
that voted
swear I
for
do.
him.
I do too. You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm saying it on air, and I hope you liking it because I know you love me, Michael Bowie and Grave Digger, McKelly Bryson. Y'all love the fudge out of me. I know you do, but y'all don't like what I be saying though. Y'all don't like what, but I hope you watching, and I want to tell you, man, how can you not like the benefit of your pockets getting fatter, your children's advancement for later on? And how can y'all demonize and exaggerate? Like they said about Medicare. What's it gonna do? Yeah, it's gonna affect the people that are dead. The people that are dead, the people that got 2 legs and 2 arms that can take their ass out there and go to work. Now I'm gonna tell you what Trump should do with this deportation, sending all these immigrants away, the ones that used to pick the fruit and everything. Get a job to the prisoners. They only making 70 cents a day. They would love to make that minimum wage an hour. These ones that's not a threat to society, minimal crimes, let them get that job. Keep the money in the family, so-called. Keep the money in America, for real.
yeah,
Uh, and
yeah.
then you got all this talk about, oh, these people been here 20 years and they haven't been a threat. But when it comes to us or anything, what's the first thing they're gonna say? A crime is a crime. Illegal is illegal. Why I can't stand for that too? What's y'all thoughts on that? First of all, you said Trump's approval ratings are higher than what they're exposing. What do you think, Letitia?
Um, I don't know if they're higher than they should be.
What is your approval rating of my winner?
Huh?
What is your personal approval rating of DJT?
I don't think anything's wrong with Trump. I think.
But that's not what I asked you though. From a scale
What'd
of
you say?
from 0 to 100, what's your rating of DJT? Da, 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 da,
85.
85. Okay, that's pretty high.
Because
Jeremiah.
there's some things that I don't like too. You know what I mean? But
Hold on, let me say we got 10 minutes. We got 9 minutes and 46 seconds. Well, what you don't like? Briefly.
Some of the parts of the big beautiful bill, you know, when you read a little more in depth to certain things, it doesn't register or
yeah, that's gonna take more than 9 minutes. So we might come back to that next week. Jeremiah, Jeremiah, what's your from 0 to 100? What's your approval rating?
51.
That's interesting. What happened to the other 49?
Huh?
What happened to the other 49?
Oh, because I don't like politicians. I mean, like I think all of them are snakes.
Okay.
Both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
You know, I am.
I can feel you on that.
But 51% is good. That if you getting 51% as a politician in my
you own the business. You own the business.
You're good with me.
It's a little more than half.
You know.
Okay, I'm over here looking at News Nation. That's the only channel I listen to because they go both ways. All right. All right. What's wrong with me? It's that Doja, y'all. That's what it is. That Doja. Anyway, it's that Fitz Paradise juice. I'm up here looking at Madani done won the Democratic Party as of today. Okay. What's your approval rating of a communist won the Democratic Party as of a few seconds ago? What's your approval rating from a scale of 0 to 100, Sam?
I would say 90.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. What that 10%? What's up with that 10%? Oh no, hell no, you too long-winded. We got to address that next week. Hey, Sawyer, remember we're gonna address the differential and approval ratings. Okay, jot that down. Yeah, but so you said 90%. You did say it was much higher than what the world is saying, 69.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and then we just found out today that he is suffering from a vein disease, which is very minor though. They said he's still very healthy. But you see how they try to. It's amazing how his name is Trump because they be trumping shit up on his ass, don't they? Though they be trumping it up on him. But that was very interesting what you said, though, Jeremiah, about the simple fact that you don't like politicians, which I am in agreement with you. I concur with you on that. I can't see no mere man dictating the quality of my life. Period.
There you
go.
Exactly.
And,
there's something wrong with that whole picture.
There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that whole picture. But I just seen
really
here
is,
on New Nation where a communist.
But we normalized it. We gotten used to it, so everybody's comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Because the world is such followers.
I'm a black woman in America. I'm not comfortable.
You're not? You're not comfortable in America? Well, take your ass to Mozambique. Hey.
I plan on going to a few countries, sir.
All right, but you take your ass to Mozambique, your ass be back here so fast your head is spin.
Don't do like the sister that went to Russia.
Yeah.
Who is that? They couldn't come back. They just said
that was a white.
Oh, that dude, yeah. That motherfucker didn't pay his fines. He been here 45 years and had a green card. Something wrong with that picture. All his biscuits ain't done. I should have been smoking what he was smoking. Hey, and I was smoking the wrong
shit.
Illegal
was illegal.
Illegal is illegal. He thought his skin color could protect him.
No, not when it comes to deportation to the Democrats, and as illegal is not illegal. To the Democrats, you could be illegal and still be here. All right. They don't give a fat baby butt. All right. So anyway, look, man, I want to thank you guys for joining us. We really miss Lyric. She'll be back next week, hopefully. And this has been a great show. Peace, love, and hair grease. Hey, y'all come on back. Hey, make sure y'all go to www.dojavineyard.com. Get y'all summer. This is Fitz Paradise Juice. Straight like that.
Drink responsibly. Don't be like Fitz.